So this is Karen, Randa over here, and then Pat. And then if I go this way, you can see I have Mary, Pam, Mary, Susie, Cheryl, and Margie. Now Margie tries really hard she's involved in so many things, and she's tried to gracefully retire about 3 times, but I keep calling her up. She hasn't changed her phone number yet, and she has graciously come in and offered to ring bells with us tonight. Thank you very much.
She still has 2 fingers left.
Once they're worn through, probably she's done.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. Well, and then we also just got special people just walked in the door. My youngest sister, Corey, is with us tonight, and my oldest niece, Lisa. Now, the story of Lisa is that she learned how to play handbells when she was going to school. And she and her sister told me about the handbells. I'd never heard handbells before. And then next thing you know, pretty soon, my husband's buying us handbells, and I have all these friends, and now we're handbell ringers thanks to Lisa. So, Lisa's studying to be a nurse, but I hope that somewhere she'll still stay with handbells. So, all right.
She's studying.
What's this?
I was wondering where she's studying.
In North Seattle. North Seattle. Yeah. Thank you for coming. That is a wonderful surprise. I have asked the group to share with me in introducing our songs. So we are going to start with Pam.
Good evening. Our first little song is called Ring Little Bells, and it's an old German carol. And by the words I have here, it sounds as if it was a good winter song to kind of perk people up when it's cold and dark. In 1993, a man by the name of Michael Burkhardt arranged this for handbells so we can play it, and it's really sweet. The words start out, ring bells, go ting-a-ling-a-ling, ring little bells. Ring little bells, go ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll hear this when we're playing it. Ring little bells. Children, let me enter, oh how cold the winter. Open me your doorway, let me freeze, not this day. And then it goes, ring bells again. So you'll hear these words as we're playing the bells. You know.
Okay? So, Ring Little Bells is our first number. Thank you, Pam. Yeah. our hardest piece, so we got it out of the way. So now we're ready to have fun, right? And speaking of fun, Pat is going to introduce our next piece, so I'll slide over here.
And Charity's going to help me out with this one. A Joyous Song was composed by Carol Shield, who is a bell ringer and owner of a music store that has to do with bells. When one of her friends challenged her to write a song for bells, for bell ringers, this is what she came up with. It contains simple long notes, thumping sounds, and shaking of the bells. Thus she wrote this song and called it a joyous noise. Although it's written in a minor key, we will play it for you, so now look for the variations.
A joyous song. All right. Oh, you know, we have a rule in our group that we're not allowed to use the F word. Our F word is F-A-S-T. And Margie has only rehearsed with us one time before she came back. And so she says, do you still have that rule where you don't use the F word? So this is for Margie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Our program was a little long, so we saved one of the pieces for this time, and Randa's going to introduce for you.
The Waltz Sobre la Olas, or Over the Waves, is best known work of Mexican composer Eugenio Rosas from 1868 to 1894. It remains one of the most famous Latin American pieces worldwide. It was first published by Rosas in 1888. It remains popular as a classic waltz and has also found its way into New Orleans jazz, along with being a favorite for the country and old-time fiddlers in the United States.
Here we go, over the wings. And we have the leaves One, two. Cheryl, you'll tell us a little bit about?
Not me.
Not you? Charity. Charity, will you tell us a little bit about? I'm so sorry. I stole her limelight. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay, you may hear hail, hail, the gang's all here, weaving in and out of this piece. However, it is the first two pieces that we'll be playing from Pirates of Penzance. The words are actually two with cat-like tread, and these are words. With cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal, in silent dread, our cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinctly heard.
Tarantara, tarantara.
So stealthily the pirates creep, while all the household soundly sleeps. Come friends who plow the sea, truce to navigation, take another station. Let's vary piracy with a little burglary.
Tarantara, tarantara.
Here's your crowbar and your center bit, your life preserver you may want to hit. Your silent matches, your dark lantern sees. Take your file and your skeletonic keys.
Tarantara, tarantara.
Come friends who plow the sea, truce to navigation, take another station. Let's vary piracy with a little burglary, with cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal, and silent dread, our cautious way we feel.
There you go. Now, we're not encouraging any of you into burglary or anything like that.
Or piracy.
Or piracy. But we think you'll really enjoy this next piece. I heard somebody singing Hell's Hells too. Very nice. Okay, Cheryl, I believe it's your turn this time.
Well, this is a true story. My husband and I went to see a production of Reader's Theater Plus, and you really should see if you could get them to come and put on a performance for you, because they are really good. But anyways, they were doing a Gilbert and Sullivan piece called Yeoman of the Guard, and my husband and I haven't seen that many Gilbert and Sullivans, but we decided we liked the music, and so we were listening to the performance of Yeoman of the Guard, and all of a sudden, we heard a song that we recognized. However, we had no clue that it was Gilbert and Sullivan, because the people we heard singing it were that trio back in the 60s and 70s called Peter, Paul, and Mary. And we were trying to figure out how a song that Peter, Paul, and Mary sang got in Gilbert and Sullivan, which is like 200 years older. So we did a little research on the internet and found out that Gilbert and Sullivan actually wrote it first. And it's a really pretty song. Peter, Paul, and Mary made some different words kind of to fit what was going on currently, but I'll just do one verse, because who wants to hear me sing this long?
I do.
You do. I have a song to sing, oh, sing me your song. Oh, it is sung to the moon by a lovelorn loon who fled from the mocking throng. Oh, it's the song of a merry man moping bum, whose soul was sad and his glance was glum, who sipped no sup and he drank no crumb as he sighed for the love of a lady. Lady, lady, misery me like a lady. He sipped no sup and he drank no crumb, for he longed for the love of a lady.
That was wonderful.
I tried to play it last time.
This one does. This one goes back. 35 goes back to 1. That 35 goes back to 1. And then we play to the end.
So is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
I tell anybody can join my group as long as they can count to 4. However, sometimes we only count to 3, but this is a count to 4. Even if it's only a 2-2 song, we still count to 4. That's what
It says 2, but we're doing 4.
We don't count to 2.
That's
Not long enough.
not long enough. Here we go. 2-2 and a 4-4 beat. 1, 2. she met me, she started volunteering for more things. She's involved with Relay for Life. She volunteers for her church. They have a knitting group. And she volunteers every Thursday night to play bells with us. Well, last week I asked everybody if they'd volunteer and help introduce a song. And cute little volunteer back there decided, nope, I ain't volunteering no more. So she's normally not very tall anyways. became very short. So last night when I got home and I'm reading over my notes, I said, I have somebody didn't volunteer. And that's my friend Susie. Susie volunteers for everything, so I forgive you this time. So guess what? I'm going to introduce this next piece. And this is a beautiful piece. It's a piece that it helps remind you of people that maybe you're very fond of, that you no longer can see. They're no longer with us. They moved far away, or they've gone to a better place, and they're in a very good place. They're out of pain. And this song is played a lot to honor these people that we miss. And the words, it's called Adagio. Am I saying it right? Mm-hmm. Adagio. The words go, I don't know where to find you. I don't know how to reach you. I hear your voice in the wind. I feel you under my skin. I'm going to start crying here in a minute if you don't be careful. Within my heart and my soul, I wait for you. Adagio. All of these nights without you, all of my dreams surround you. I see and I touch your face. I fall into your embrace. When the time is right, I know you'll be in my arms. Adagio. I close my eyes and I find a way. No need for me to pray. I've walked so far, I've fought so hard. Nothing more to explain. I know all that remains is the handbells that play. If you know where to find me, if you know how to reach me, before this light fades away, before I run out of faith, be the only man to say that you'll hear my heart, that you'll give your life, forever you'll stay. Don't let this light fade away. Don't let me run out of faith. Be the only man to say that you believe, and make me believe you won't let go. Adagio. And I'd like to dedicate this to all of your loved ones that aren't here with you anymore, and to loved ones that we've lost also. Adagio. Counting to 3. Great song. We can never play that as our last song during rehearsals because I'd be singing it all week.
Could Susan stand on a little platform or something so she's a little taller?
She says you're too short, Susie.
Sorry.
She could stand on a little platform.
She actually is sitting down, and that's the tallest chair we could get her.
I can walk, but I can't.
This is called It's a Three-Ring Circus. I've never been to a circus in my life. I have only ever seen the one on the movie, whatever Cecil B. DeMille did, or whoever did that, big production. But anyways, and I played a lot of circus music and band, but I've never been to a circus. Many of you might remember the Barnum and Bailey circus troupe that would come to town in the dead of the night and set up their tents. The excitement would build. The trapeze artists, the elephants, and so many clowns stuffed into a little Volkswagen bug. The music would be so familiar and energetic. The anticipation and thrill of the lion act. Well, with luck, our rendition will help inspire some of those fond memories. This piece is written for handbells by Darrell Day.
Marcus. Oh, yeah, lots. Good job. Does that bring back good memories for you then? Okay. Here, you slide over so I can see.
Our next piece is March Militaire by Franz Schubert. He was an Austrian composer and wrote this piece in the early 1800s. At the time, he was working as a music teacher in Hungary and used this song for instructional purposes. It is one of his most famous melodies and has been arranged for full orchestra, military bands, many different combinations of instruments, and now handbells. It has also been quoted in various other musical works. In other words, they copied some of it into their song. Some of you might remember, I don't, in the 1940s and 50s, there was a company called Autolite, and they used this melody in their ads for their products, including a promotional film and ads on television.
Here we go, March Militaire. Isn't that what we're playing, March Militaire? No, I'm ready now. Okay. part of the concert is when we always get to the last piece, because we've had so much fun. I'm going to let Mary introduce.
Well, our last piece is called In the Hall of the Mountain King from the Pyramid Suite, and that the suite is by Edvard Grieg, a Norwegian composer. And this is a favorite song of our directors. And in the Hall of the Mountain King, in the description, it says, "To thine own self be true." And just doing enough is central to Peer Gynt's satire, and the phrase is discussed by Peer and the Mountain King in the scene which follows the piece. It was originally part of an Opus 23, but was later extracted as the final piece of Peer Gynt's Suite No. 1, Opus 46. Although perhaps because the performance of the full piece runs, and this is very small, short compared to the full suite, piece runs just slightly less than 3 minutes. This one is easily recognizable theme has helped it attain iconic status in popular culture, where it has been arranged by many artists, and you will recognize it immediately. It is composed, as I said, by Edward Grieg and arranged for handbells by Martha Lynn Thompson. And one reason this piece is chosen was because it reminded our director, Phyllis Carey, of her mother and her hiking and her outdoor activities. And her mother, Glennis Neslin, gifted our bell choir and Phyllis with the last octave of the high bells and the low octave, the third octave of the low bells. And she loved our concerts very much, and she came to them whenever she could. And she would always sit right over there, and each one of us would go by and say hi to her, and she'd always have us sit down and visit with us for, 4, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Time didn't matter to her, she just wanted to talk to us. And she could listen. She was a wonderful listener, and she was listening, and she'd ask you really great questions. And so we really appreciated her a lot, and we miss her. She's gone to join her heavenly family now, and this is why really this concert is dedicated to her, and in a sense a memorial concert. And she lived in Seattle and Renton, and was a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, and she loved to cook and sew and crafts, and she loved our bells too, and she really enjoyed our concerts, and we do miss her, and we were so very lucky to have her. And of course we have her daughter and her husband and everything, but we were very fortunate to be beneficiaries of her gifts. Thank you. I'm speaking for the whole choir.
Thank you, Mary. So on that note, we're going to play In the Hall of the Mountain King, because it does remind me of Mom. I mean, she faced everything head on, and she firmly believed that life was a party, and when it was birthdays, she celebrated 40 days before and 40 nights after, and there better be another birthday before those 40 days were over so she could start again. Life to her was a joy. She enjoyed life. So I think you'll hear joy in this song. This is a good song. All right, Mary, you did great. Thank you. Here we go. 1, 2.